first thing we want to do when we get started is we want to have our artwork paper to the side as well as our scrap paper. We are going to select our first leaf. I'm going to flip my leaf over on the back and then I'm going to apply some watercolor. When I apply my watercolor, you want to apply a good amount of paint, not a lot of water. You do need a little bit just to get your colors to start to move around a bit. I'm going to stick with my fall colors. So I'm going to be using some oranges, yellows, reds, maybe some brown. You could put multiple colors on your leaves, or you could stick to one color for each leaf at a time. That's up to you if you want to experiment and play around for these prints. So I'm just applying kind of an even coat. It does not need to be super thick. It does not need to be very runny of my color onto my leaf. I want to try to move pretty quickly for this. I don't want my paint to start to dry out. So once that's on there, I'm going to take my leaf. I am going to flip it over onto my artwork paper. And I could even take another scrap piece of paper or my hand and I'm just going to lay it gently. Now the reason is because I don't want to rub this around. I want to press straight into the surface, not move the leaf. Okay, so I am rubbing it, but I'm rubbing it to where I'm also pressing it and the leaf isn't moving around. When I'm doing this, I can actually feel the lines and the texture of the leaf. I want to make sure I do this to the entire surface of the leaf. And then I'm going to pick that up carefully so I don't move it around. And then I'm going to carefully pick up the leaf for my print. And I'm going to do this several times, maybe using different leaves if I have them. And then I'm going to try to fill up the page. So let's watch a time lapse of me creating mine. While I'm doing that, feel free to go ahead and create yours. But one thing I want to mention before I switch over to my time lapse, if you are a friend who does not have watercolor, what you can do is you can do the same thing. You flip your leaf over. You can take your watercolor and you can color in your leaf on the back very, very quickly. And then you're going to bring it over and stamp it exactly the same. So the only difference is you're applying your colors using markers instead of watercolors. And you probably want to make sure you work even a little bit faster because the markers will tend to dry on there a bit faster than the watercolor would. And if it starts to dry, you could always maybe add just a touch of the water to the marker on there as well, and that might help you. Okay?
Great job, friends, and I can't wait until I get to see